I feel like that's wrong.
Thirsty? I think
He can't
everybody
like,
will
he
probably
can't
agree.
like. I don't care if it's a picture of the dog on the page. Nobody better like me.
Like, I feel like you should look at it like, I deserve this. Yes, this is my money.
Hello, welcome back to the Melanated Opinion, and I'm Crystal. What up, peoples?
Hey y'all, hey, I'm Takara.
I'm Shanita.
Hey, it's your girl Melissa.
And on today's show, we're going to be talking about some of the do's and don'ts when you first start dating. And so I think we all have different things that we do or don't do when we first start dating someone. So what are some of y'all's like do's and don'ts? Nobody?
I wouldn't say I really have any do's or don'ts. I know a lot of people that's like, I'm not gonna eat in front of him and I'm gonna eat my piece of chicken like this. I would never order wings and ribs. And I mean, to me, it's just like, they're gonna have to see that some point in time. Like, you might as well go ahead and show them now so they can let you know whether they like it or not, or if they have an issue with it. But I really don't. And some people say they won't pass gas in front of their significant other or who they're dating. And it's just like, that's something very human. Come on. It's very human. And I feel like, why would somebody say ew to something everyone has to do? Well, I mean,
that's a don't for me. No. Don't do it. And I'm not
like, you wouldn't do any of that. You were.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm gonna eat. You take me to a restaurant, I'm not gonna waste your good money. I'm gonna eat all of the things. But I'm not gonna pass gas. And please don't do it for me.
So you're gonna have your stomach hurting because you know how gas can get sometimes. Oh no, I can't do that one.
But it's not even for dating. I'm not gonna do it unless it just slip out in front of nobody.
Right.
Like, right. Even your family, like people you've known. What?
I just hold it.
Oh no.
I don't think that's good for your digestion.
It's not.
It's probably not, but
you can always excuse yourself or go, to a different space.
Like, I would step away. I wouldn't do it right beside anyone. Like, I would definitely separate a little, but I wouldn't hold it.
Yeah, it's if that you're good with it, then be good with it. I'm just not, it's a personal preference.
Yeah. I say for me, one thing I don't do is that I usually don't have more than like one drink. Just even though I feel like I can hold my liquor, I can hold my alcohol, I still don't think it's a good idea to have more than one, just because you're still feeling the person out. You want to know what's going on. Like, I think one is all that should happen on like the first or two times that you're getting to know someone. What do y'all think? Like, do y'all drink? Do y'all have a drink policy? No drink policy? What?
Yeah, I would say I would do whatever I could hold, like meaning, if I could hold two drinks and be completely composed, then that's probably what I would do. But I don't believe in public like drunkenness in general for anybody. I just think it looks tacky. I have always felt like that though.
Well, for me, it's not even about being drunk. It's more about sometimes when you have multiple drinks, a little bit more come out than what you wanted or expected to come out. And you're kind of like, well, we're here now. Might as well go ahead and talk about it. It is what it is.
I don't think I have a policy. I just don't think I've ever had a drink. But I mean,
in life,
like Melissa was saying, I do order certain foods, but I don't finish my food. So, and I don't get it to go. Like, even if it was really, really good and I still want it later, I just pretend like I don't.
Oh,
but why would you do that?
I don't know, because I don't want to seem greedy. I can see, to me, if, like, I don't know, like in my mind, I just feel like they're just seeming greedy. Like if you eat too fast or you eat all your food and it be clean, because I be looking at their plate like, dang, you couldn't leave a rice, kernel, nothing.
Like, for what they paid for.
To me, that's a turn out to me, like the way you eat. And if you just clean your plate, I'm like, did you not eat all day?
So you could be missing out on the love of your life because he cleaned his plate?
Well,
Oh no.
guess he wouldn't be the love of my life.
So wait, I have a question. Shanita, did you say you don't have a drink at all, or you
No,
don't
like
drink?
I get like a soda, not like a liquor drink.
Oh,
But it was never a policy. I guess I just never did.
never done it.
Mm-mm.
So even when y'all been together for a while, you still don't get a drink.
Maybe with one person, but I think the people that I've talked to, they're not drinkers. So it wouldn't, I'm not going to order it and you not ordering it.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
no. You can have your water. If I want to drink, if I want to drink, I'm gonna get a drink. Yeah. Well, another thing for me is that in the beginning, I usually try to make sure that I am always on time, because to me, that's my turnoff. If a person's not on time, like from jump, I'm like, I don't know where this is going. If anyone shouldn't be on time, it should be me and you the guy. So I don't like how this is looking already. That's like a big strike for you.
So are you meeting the person there, or are they coming to pick you up?
No, we're gonna meet.
Do people even pick people up for dates anymore? Like,
Yeah, if you feel comfortable enough. Like if I've talked to you for a certain period of time, then I'm comfortable enough to allow you to know. But if I'm just meeting you, then no.
okay.
But it's very seldom that I just meet somebody and go out with you. Like I'm gonna have to talk to you first.
I don't even think they offer that anymore. So like it's not even like, oh, would you like me to do? They don't even ask no. This is, I don't know.
You want to go hang out?
Fine.
No,
if
if
you
they
say
want to
that,
come to
that's
my
gonna be an
house,
automatic no for me.
What you saying?
Who, me and Melissa?
You.
Oh, I was saying if you ask me that, that's an automatic no. Don't ask me, can we hang out at your house or you can come chill at my house? That's a no. You can ask me if you want to take me out somewhere, but hanging out, that's a no. I had somebody tell me that they move slow. So before they spend money on me, they had to hang out with me first before they would see if they're willing to spend money. So of course that person is blocked.
Good for you. Because that's a no for me too. That's a don't. Like I don't want to come hang out your house. I don't want to go to the park. I don't want to sit in the car. I don't want to do none of that. Especially not in the beginning. If you're not somebody I don't already have an established relationship with, no, let's go to some kind of public place. Please.
Yeah. Now I'm okay with it later if we're just if we're
Right.
in a relationship, but in the beginning, like you're gonna have to spend money. I'm sorry.
See, I feel like my generation is a little different. Not that I do that, but I feel like that's one of the first things that a lot of people ask. Do you want to come over? Can I come to your house? I'm telling you, without even knowing the person priorly. Like they just be letting all types of people in their house. And that's one of the things I feel like that they do is kind of reckless and dangerous.
Mm-hmm. I agree, because you don't, I mean, especially if it's somebody new that you don't already have some kind of established relationship with, it is kind of reckless to have them know where you live and you don't know, this person could be completely and totally off their meds or whatever.
Yeah, I also think for the other guy too, it's dangerous for them wanting to even stay there or try to come to the female house. Like they don't know if it's a setup. Like
because that does happen.
I don't think they care.
No.
I mean, on our previous episode, my grandfather did say, that they think with their eyes. So that may be a part of that.
All it's going to take is the wrong person and the wrong situation, and they'll get it together.
Yeah, completely agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so I had a question real quick. So, Shanita, do you, or I guess Mr. Carr as well, do you feel like y'all require like a date where you have to spend money on the first couple of dates, or like, because I feel like I'll be okay with a park date, like you don't necessarily have to be spending money
in the beginning?
Yeah.
No.
Like,
And why I say that, you're gonna have to spend money. And it's not just saying, oh, I'm a gold digger or I just want you to spend money on me. For me, if I've been single for periods of time, I can hang out with myself. I don't want to see my house anymore. I don't want to see your house. I don't want to see a park. I don't want to see anything free. What I want to see is what I don't do typically by myself. And so at that point, it's going to require you to spend money. And to me, that's just showing me how you're going to set up the rest of the time that y'all choose to spend together. Because I feel like if you allow those things in the beginning, then they're going to always feel like they can take you to McDonald's and to the park. Like, that's going to be good. But that's not going to be okay for me. Like, in the end, yes, you will realize I'm not as high maintenance as, you know, it may come across in the beginning, but it's just certain things that I require.
So for me, it's not even necessarily about spending money, but it's more about like you kind of intention that you're either serious or you're not, you know, like if we were going, like, what are we actually trying to do? Are we dating? Like, are we trying to establish a relationship? You know, I think that's what that means to me. Not necessarily that you're spending your money, and it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, you know, but it can't be McDonald's either at the same time.
Yeah. And then, you know, now they have the little park dates where like they have people that come out and decorate, I don't know, it's like a table or something. It's like all fancy. But like that'd be okay, like a picnic or something like that, where you put thought into it. Not us just going to the park, sitting down, and you give me a drink out of the fountain or something. Like, we can talk on the phone. Like, I don't have to be with you to do this.
Yep. Although you did not ask me, I'm gonna give you my opinion. No, but like for me, like at one point that was hard because I really like going to the park and it's so relaxing. And I like going, you know, with guys and talking. That's when you get like real information from the person. But like now I feel like I'm at the point where I'm really truly understanding that it's an investment. And if you at any point have plans on asking me for anything, then your investment is not going to be you going to the park with me. And take that how it is. And it's, to me, it's just crazy because it's kind of like, there have been times I've hung out with guys and like nothing happened that they thought would happen. And they would just completely ghost me just because they thought something would happen. In my mind, I'm like, oh, we're building something. And because they didn't get what they want, they just ghosted me. So now I'm like, so this really is a game for them the entire time. And if this is a game, then I really need to start getting stuff out of this because I don't think I have been getting what I need to get out of it if they see it as a game. And when we had that conversation with my dad several episodes ago, he didn't want to use the word game. He used the word like, you know, that's how they do it or something that equal game, but he didn't want to use that word. So I'm kind of like, if that's what they do, then we as females have right to counter, respond, or react however we deem appropriate to get what's going to benefit us up front and not necessarily in the end.
Right. And then too, Melissa, now this person I was dating, I can say he put thought into it. We had several conversations about things that I like, things that I don't like, the same for him. So one thing we had in common was we wanted to work out. We both wanted to lose weight. So one day he took me to the trampoline park. Then one day he took me to an actual park, but it was a park where it was like a walking trail. So we didn't go just to sit there. We was actually going to exercise. So something like that where you actually thought in it. He didn't have to pay anything, you know, but it was just a thought that you thought enough to say, hey, we can go here, we can exercise to help me. People are allowed that and they don't require. I feel like that's where you hear a lot of people that run into situations like that later on because they like, well, he don't want to take me out. You know, he always want to sit at the house. Did you show him that you was fine with that in the beginning? Because now they're stuck in his head.
I mean, to me, it's not about like a show. It's just kind of like, I feel like when y'all first meet up, y'all can have like a conversation about all of this at that moment. Like I said, I'm very fine with the free date the first time we meet just because I'm a low-key person and people be trying to try me when I go out usually. That's why I'm completely fine with not going out to a big old fancy restaurant because people always try me when we do that and I just
what you mean?
that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like either the person starts acting a little, like, y'all know what I mean by that? Mama, do you know what I mean?
Kind of. I thought you meant the waitress or waiter. That's what
I'm talking about them as well, but I feel like it's one or the other. Either the person on we start acting a little, or the waitresses and the waiter starts to do it.
Like uncomfortable wise, or
it's usually some type of hit, like with the waiter or waitresses, it's usually some type of like hidden something, like they may seem like they don't want to serve you, or like they know you and they don't like you, but y'all never met. So it's usually they'll do something that lets you know that this is not going to be a good situation. Like, even if you never say anything, you could just tell by them, the waiter or the waitress, how it's going to go.
And I just would rather get to know somebody before we get to that point, because that's what I'm saying. I've had several experiences with that, which is why I just kind of rather get to know someone before we do that.
Yeah. So, I was gonna say that actually that's a don't for me, because like if I'm with somebody and they treat the people who are helping us bad, that's an absolute no for me. Like if they are rude or talk down to the waiters, or if we are like in the store and they feel like they should get, special VIP treatment because of whatever, I do not like that. That's an instant turn off.
Yeah. And I haven't experienced that as much. What I run into is you don't know how to order for yourself. Like, it's like you're not understanding what it is, or you can't relay whatever it is that you are actually wanting to order or want you eat. I have some people that they'll let me order first, and whatever I order, let me get that too. I can't stand it. It was like, okay, the first time maybe it was a coincidence, but every time we eat, you got to order my exact meal. Another person, it's not funny. It's not funny. But we went to a Mexican restaurant and he was trying to order, is it the chimichanga? I've never had it. You don't know the what? Whatever that is, yes. So he was trying to order it, but I guess he had a stutter, so he could never get it out. And I'm looking because I don't know what it is that you're trying to order. And so the waitress, he was just like, huh? And so he was just like, let me just get a burrito. Like, that, it wasn't what he wanted, but he, he couldn't. So it was like, I don't know. Like, that's what I get.
You know what I do? If I can't pronounce it, I'll point to it on the menu. I'm like,
he was trying, but no, I guess him and the waitress couldn't, and I didn't know what it was, so I just sat there.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And I guess this going off of what Mr. Carr said, I was meaning more of the person I'm with starts to be flashy or acting like too many people know them when we go in there, and I don't like that. Because why are you doing all that? It's time to go at that point. I don't like that.
I've never had that happen. Like, what?
Like, when they try to just, I don't know how
just
to
make you think they more than what they are.
Yes, it's just, I can't do it.
Let's see. So also, I think like I have some kind of aversion with people and chewing gum, like especially when I don't like it either, Melissa. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't know why.
What do you mean?
Like, I cannot. Yesterday, I was on the phone with somebody. It wasn't even me on the phone with them, really. It was I was on the phone with my daughter, and the person was in the background chewing gum. And I was like, oh, Karen, I gotta go. I'll see you in a few minutes because I cannot. But the smacking, the chewing, I cannot take it.
But I do, and I pop it, like in the back of my teeth.
Oh no!
But I be doing it without realizing it until somebody brings it to my attention. Then I be like, oh, but yeah.
Ooh, and that's
huge pet peeve of mine. Like, I'll just walk up out the room and you'll be like, what happened? Like, and I try not to say nothing to people because, a lot of people do it. Who am I to tell somebody to take that out their mouth? So, which is why I remove myself, because I really don't like that. And when people be on TikTok making videos and you can see it in their mouth, it drives me. I have to.
what
Yeah.
is that? You know, now they have it where it's, I guess it's a sound. And
It
they're
is.
ASMR.
No, it's like it'd be a sound that a lot of people are using, but the person is chewing gum and typing.
Yes.
But they just use it for different videos.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is so obnoxious. I had to go.
Yes, we're moving on to the next segment. We do have a letter. So this one says, "Hi everyone. My sister lets her daughter dress too old for her age. My niece is in the 9th grade and wears a full face of makeup, low cut shirts, and stiletto heels. I think she's too young to wear it, but my sister thinks it's okay. What are your thoughts on kids dressing too old for their age?"
So she's in the 9th grade. How old is she? Maybe 15?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
I think that like stilettos and maybe a full face makeup is for special events at that age. So like homecoming, you're going to a wedding, but the shoes are not for school, they're not for Sunday service, they're not for going to dinner on Fridays at that age. None of that. But I mean, I would be okay with heels, but not like that. I would probably try to steer the child toward wedges or something I feel like would be more okay for them. Makeup, I think what I did for Melissa was more like in 9th grade, you can wear like one thing. I think it may have been like eyeshadow or no, eyeliner or mascara or
I
something.
thought I was everything.
It was like one thing in 9th grade and then one or two things in 9th grade. Then 10th grade, you added on something else when you were in 10th grade. It wasn't like everything at one time.
Okay, well, what year was that where I was wearing a full face? Because I definitely was. And doing my eyebrows.
Every day?
Yeah, and then I
Ooh,
really
girl, your
I was
goals,
like,
because
I was in high school, but I knew I started to look different. And I was like, okay, I don't even know what I look like. Let me stop wearing this. And I had to stop wearing it for a while. And people was like, Melissa, do you have a makeup today? And I was like, no. I was like, see, that's why I had to cut it out because I feel like a lot of people wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It just, I wasn't looking at myself no more when I was doing that. And I was in school. I'm a kid. Come on.
wow.
It's going up. Makeup was just like the black liner. Every now and then eyeshadow, but now it's just, I mean, that's the norm. Like if they don't wear makeup or if they don't wear heels or dress up or the crop tops, then I guess you're just not in. But I still feel like it's too grown for them, especially with all these pedophiles and stuff. And it's just like, you really don't know how old these kids really are because they look older than us.
Mhm.
But it's like, you can't really say anything to their moms or, dad, because everybody is wearing it. Like, if you're not wearing it, then something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, because I feel like older generations be kind of dragging it when we talking about this subject, because I still feel like they're focused too much on the child rather than, for one, the pedophiles, because they definitely be in the family very close, and that's what we need to be focused on rather than the kid. Because I honestly don't like when people say, "Oh, they look grown, they look grown." That's not how that works. Like, you're sexualizing a kid. How about we talk about that? And I feel like, I don't know, the kids just get blamed a lot of the time, and they're a kid. You're supposed to teach them that stuff and teach them to tell the truth about their age or to not talk to those type of men or older people.
And it's not that, it's just, I'm not talking about the ones that I guess are always around. Just say if you go in the stores and your child is with her group of friends, anybody can come snatch you up, like all these children and stuff that's missing now. Like, you have to be careful for that because, no, it's not saying it's their fault, but you don't want to bring even more attention to yourself than, what you already have, because some of these kids are really, really pretty as is. I can see if you have blemishes or something that you're trying to hide or, enhance. But I mean, like you said, people thought you were still wearing makeup and you wasn't. So they don't really need it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they need it either. I think it's kind of like what somebody said earlier, it's kind of trend thing and everybody does it. But I also agree, with both of you, what both of you were saying. It's kind of like they are going to be sexualized and they are going to like look older than what they are, and you don't want that type of attention for your child. No, it's not their fault, but why allow them to get into a situation where it's more likely for something to happen? And yes, people do need to tell the person who's been the pervert, as a whole society do need to focus on that. But at the same time, you also have to say, let me not put myself in a situation where it's possible for that to happen. Let me not put my child in a situation that'll make it possible for me to happen. For it to happen.
Yeah. And an example of that, even me, is this dress. I really, really love the dress, but I don't know. I guess as the day go on, it gets a little bit shorter. I don't know if it's like the material of the dress or what. So I had to go to the store after I left work. And so, it gets to one point where I'm looking at something, but I turn around because this guy, how they haven't walked past, and I'm like, I kind of look, he had his phone out and was taking a picture, but I couldn't get mad at him because the dress was short at that point. So I haven't worn that dress since, but it's kind of like how I'm going to get mad. And I don't like the people that get mad at the person for looking when I put myself in that situation.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. So just because I have on a short dress, that means pull out your phone and take a picture of me? That's not what that
means. It's not saying that's what it means, but I couldn't, what I'm going to say, what you taking a picture for? Is after for you to see it?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's giving, what is it called? Obligated. Just because I got on a low-cut shirt don't mean you're obligated or you have the 100% right to take a picture of my chest because it's down. True. For one, I have big boobs. Like, it's kind of nowhere around it. All my shirts are going to fit like that. That does not mean, oh, yeah, he can do that just because it's out. No, that's not how that works. He needs self-control and go do that somewhere else because that's not what this is.
Yeah, and we think like that, but they don't. Like, they don't have self-control.
Because they're not taught that. They're taught to not have self-control. See, we gotta talk about
some of them just don't wanna.
So for me, yeah, it has really nothing to do with that type of attention. I just think it's it needs to be age appropriate, meaning like you aren't grown, and a full face of makeup at high school. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what is your goal here? Why do you need to like disguise your face so much that I don't understand?
I still think it's like a whole problem within this whole topic that needs to be talked about with younger kids. Like, I know exactly why they're doing that, and I know exactly what they're looking for because I have been there, and I just think it just needs to be a conversation had that they need to love themselves while they're at that age to make sure they're attracting the right type of attention of people their age and not other people. It's literally a whole problem. So I don't know.
So, today our topic was pretty interesting. We talked about the do's and don'ts of early dating and what might be acceptable for some may not be acceptable for others, and that's totally fine. We've also addressed the letter. We hope that we were able to help you in some way, addressing the, I guess the makeup issue that you were seeing with your niece. So I guess that's our show for this week. Thank you guys for watching. You guys can email us at themelanatedopinion@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook at The Melanated Opinion. We're on Instagram at The Melanated Opinion and TikTok at The Melanated Opinion. See you guys next week.
See, it just depends because nowadays, like, a lot